Alrighty, everybody, welcome back for this second game that we're gonna have here between the Gretna Goons and Lincoln East. Very, very excited to get this second game going. Joined by Sometime, who's gonna assist in casting today. It was a pretty hype game last time, so how you feeling for this this game too?
I think it's going to be a complete mirror matchup every team fight. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, looks like they're just going to mirror each other. Oh, actually, I was wrong. It looks like Golden Dino is on the Soldier and Salty's on the May. That's the only difference between these two comps, and I think that if the tanks play super aggressive, the Lincoln East is going to win. But if they somehow manage to take top and let the Soldier like rain down bullets onto Lincoln East, then I would say that it's going to go towards Gretna, but we're going to have to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, I'll just run real quick. We got Pizza Boy, Apollo's Creed, Ice Salty, Lenny, and Mordock 24. That's going to be the lineup for Lincoln East. Got Backslap, Aiden Pleb, GHS Dragons 3, Golden Dino, and Fancy on
Oh, Fancy
Gretna.
with the big brain.
Oh,
Fancy just forced all of them. Oh, separated May from the entire team. That's an easy 5v6 pick. Oh, never mind. Golden Dino got... What? Fancy got the May.
It's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, it's a good trade. They got the... Pleb got the BAP and the Rhine. It looks like it's going towards Gretna right now.
Yeah, pressuring really well, even though there wasn't a lot of picks early. They're just kind of having the bully onto point.
Yeah, they got the res off to Narayan as well. The respawns are coming back. It's just they can't even recontest here. I think they're just gonna try to go up on top. Yeah, as you can see because of the outlines of the characters.
No, that was a really good push, and like you were saying, a couple picks there kind of coming in early, but honestly, it was just positioning that one Gretna, that little skirmish.
I think that Fancy played the biggest role into that, not for kills, but just out of like positioning everyone else from the Gretna team, or of Lincoln East. He just pushed them all off.
Yeah, so absolutely.
So it looks like that East is just gonna hold just high ground here and just try to just take duels with their DPS. Considering they don't have a Lucio to move, so they might just be stuck here because trying to push down onto a May Rhine or a Devo Rhine is just a really bad idea. Yeah, and Pleb just keeps on getting picks and picks after East here. Oh, high noon, Mike.
Oh, just around the corner in time.
Yeah, unlucky. Oh, Diva Mob is coming out from Fancy as well. He gets 3! That's an instant team wipe. Gretna Dragons just wins this easy. If they lose the 3v6, then that's on them, honestly.
Yeah, no, just beautiful 3K there. And just no one was expecting it, not able to find cover. I think that they might be able to get it all the way through, but I think Gretna has another opportunity to stop here.
Yeah, I do so as well. Oh, they window right there in main. Oh, Pleb with the high noon might get people. Pleb with 3. That's another just team win. Just they dropped only 2 ults there. Both teams have little to no ults here.
Yeah, no, but that was beautifully done. Only committing the 2 ultimates. That's good ult economy that they're trying to use there. There was just good positioning, taking the high ground, knowing the recontest was going to come in. Not being overly aggressive and extending, too far into the next part of this map. They waited and said, all right, they're going to come, so we're just going to wait and engage them as they come out the doors. Very well done by Gretna.
Yeah. Ult management as well is insane for both teams. They're not using their ults when they don't have to. They need to just use them to win team fights and just keep on pushing or defend depending on which team. And it looks like it just looks like what is it? That Lincoln East Reinhardt just got shredded by Gretna. Oh, and the Shatter gets 2. Aiden just killing the entire Lincoln East team here. And they window for just good measure.
Still got that Lucio hanging out.
Oh, that's a 5-person shatter. Might do something. Soldier just pops Visor, and it just looks like he's just going to be cleaning up everyone else. Along with the rest of the Gretna team. Yeah.
Still stalling pretty well.
Yeah, the respawns are coming back from Lincoln East here. They're just waiting down the time just to make it a little better for their next rounds.
They got
just dropping
inches to go, and they will finish it off there.
Yeah. After dropping like 5 ults from each team.
But I mean, that's what you got to do on the last points there. You got to give it all. It's meters to go, and so you just blow everything you got, push hard, and get it. Yep. I think that was a big 4 or 5 man ultimate on the shatter there, but just no one else able to back it up because they were all coming out of respawn.
Yeah, it was an insane. That was probably the best shatter I've seen of today. But there's just everyone else was already either in spawn or respawning, so there's nothing anyone could have really done there. But yeah, even if regardless of that, they still have, Gretna still has a 3.5 minute time bank here. That's pretty good on Hollywood. So what is it? That East is gonna have to do a pretty good job just attacking the high ground and getting just a pick so they can just force a 6v5 here, because they need to get it within 1 or 2 to even have a chance here.
Yeah.
Of matching the time bank.
Well, and we saw that on the Hanamura in the previous game. Going back to that, just a very clean push from both squads. So it's like in this one, Gretna, they pushed really well and got all the way through. So you almost are forcing Lincoln to have to do the same. They have to come in. They have to push hard. They got to get it through, and then they have to excel where they were able to stop Gretna. So maybe on the 3rd point, they can push a little easier through the rest of the set, the indoor area, or maybe try and push them even faster in the 2nd part. But I don't know. They made it really Gretna made it really quick through the 1st and 2nd points of this map.
Yeah, Golden Dino just taking out 2, just completely stopping the push. Lincoln East should just back up here and restart. There's nothing they can do besides wait for the other 2 respawns. It looks like they're also trying to drop down and contest them on the low ground, which I don't know how well that's going to work considering they, dive against counter dive basically. So yeah, and Monkey's already starting to dive. Yeah, both tanks are already starting to dive on top, with healers in the back supporting them. But yeah, Monkey gets killed by Fancy, and Diva got ejected out of her mech. So it looks like just clean up here for Gretna, provided DPS don't pop off.
Ooh, getting caught with the Helix rocket there. But yeah, it was they went down to the low ground to contest, and you question it. I was questioning it too, because I'm like, gosh, oh geez, trade kill there.
Yeah,
saying
Lincoln could capitalize off that.
They can. They might have respawns back in time on this. They got res. But like you said, they dropped low ground, but with the dive comp being run, it definitely is something that they can hop to that high ground, contest it quickly, try and get 2 picks, with the pleb or GHS Dragon who's supporting him. But we'll see what they can do here on this push.
Yeah, it looks like the tanks are just trying to take up that high ground again. Oh, and the Diva Bomb perfectly on top. God, Ice! That's their main healer down. Man.
That's big.
And they still Nano Blade. That could be an easily 4 kills. He's would have won. Yeah, Visor on top. Yeah, just Golden just taking out everyone. And actually their entire team is just taking out everyone. Yeah, and then they just res back their BAP and just restart.
Yeah, no, you see got the ult from Goldino coming out, also Pleb using Bob to kind of help make that fight kind of a sort of a 6v6 again. Turns out to work in their favor. Some resources put in, but they did also hold a few, still have window, of course. Ice has his window as well to counter, so...
Oh, they got the back! That's a giant pick! Oh, Winston just insta-dies, has his ult too. That's heartbreaking for East. Yeah, Pizza Boy gets Mercy, but they're just... The picks from Gretna are just too much for them. They're just not matching picks. Fancy with the killing the diva, but I don't know if Lincoln East can do anything here besides go again.
Yeah, no, it was so close. Lenny, oh gosh, like centimeters from health, and Ice had thrown the immortality field, but just wasn't able to get it there in time. So with him being picked off, the pick onto backslap ends up sort of meaning nothing, and they weren't able to push in like they wanted to. But let's see, they've got another chance here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to heavily rely on Bob here, as yeah, they take high ground again. I don't know why. Gretna's letting them take high ground, but I guess it's working. Yeah. So yeah, Lincoln East here has the ult advantage, so they should theoretically win this fight. But yeah, with Apollo down, Lenny down as well, Bob just killing 2 immediately. It looks like that Gretna's just gonna win this again. Yeah, and Visor just to secure the deal here.
I mean, I foresee a Bob play of the game just because of how crucial he was as the 7th man on this team. That's going to be the Gretna Goons taking map 1 here on Hollywood.
Yep.
Oh, it'll go over to Fancy. This was, yeah, this was a pretty good ultimate here.
Yeah, the bomb in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was beautifully done by Fancy there to get the push continuing through. So that will be map 1 between Gretna and Lincoln East. We'll be right back in just a little bit with map 2, which will be an assault map that Lincoln gets to choose. We'll be right back. Alrighty, here it's time for map number 2. I was gonna say game number 2, but I feel like map number 2 is actually the correct way to say it here. Map number 2 between Lincoln East and the Gretna Goons, as Gretna was able to take the last map, and Lincoln East opting to go to Temple of Anubis, and they will be defending first. Once again, I am Coach Hines, co-commentating here with Sometime. How's it going? What are we thinking here with Lincoln getting the opportunity to choose the map and take something here on Assault?
I don't honestly know why they chose Temple Anubis, but I mean, since they chose it, I assume that they have like some sort of plan here with the Junk May and just trying to wall the tanks off and just shred shields with that Junk and Hog here. But I mean, when you have a Nano Blade on play from the other team here, it's just you can't really do anything against that, especially if no defensive ults.
Yeah, and this is a pretty decent map if you are the defender on the second, the second half. It's pretty close spawn. You got pretty good sight lines in several different directions as to where they're going to come at you from. Sometimes as attackers, it can almost be hard to decide where you're going to go. The first point here is pretty straightforward. You either go main or you go on this right side here.
Yeah. It just looks like Ace is trying to just hold them off here with the wall. Oh, yeah, and it just looks like Lenny is just swinging his hammer and got the Genji.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I think this is just a win fight here for Lincoln. Lenny just needs to back up, just gets heals, and group in with his team, and it's just a 5v6 that they can easily win here. Oh, they already have Junk Tire.
My gosh, that was an early Junk Tire and 2 kills.
1 minute Junk Tire from Pizza Boy.
Jiminy Christmas.
This man is doing insane damage.
Well, I mean, you were asking, or, at the beginning, you said, hey, unless they got a plan with this May and Junk, I think their plan is just to kind of trap Gretna in this right side and just let Pizza Boy kind of rain in fire. Obviously, very quick ultimate, so he's getting a lot of damage off. High value out of him so far, and even on Lenny here.
Giant Shatter in the window just kills 2 instantly. And yeah, just completely just rolls Gretna here with just 2 ults. And they still have May and Hog and Junk Tower coming up again. That is insane ult management from Lincoln East here. Gretna doesn't even have an ult yet. And they're not even using Nano Blade, which is their win condition in this team, or in these team fights. Yeah, if I was Gretna, I'd be going right here. Yeah, like Fancy's doing. There's no way they're winning against a junk. Oh, they might get the May here. Oh, that's a
catch.
Huge pick. That's a 5v6 if Gretna can push and group up together.
Now they have the option to actually run main because there's no threat of that wall keeping them off.
Oh, the soldier here might be. She got the mercy.
Big pick.
Got the no window. Got 3. Roar just got 3 on the high ground without even getting shot at.
Roar picking up a 3K. That was incredible. And it was very well done. It started with that May pick and just turned into so much more because then they weren't going to be limited as to where they could, assault there. And so getting really big advantage.
Yeah, just the space from the tanks and Ward just setting up on the high ground and just shooting people from above. It's just an insane, team fight, advantage there.
Pizza Boy pick. Hey, look at the picks that he just got there. Cheaply Christmas.
Just shooting the choke again and again, just waiting for someone to walk into him. That's what happened to Soldier there. Yeah, it just looks like they're just gonna either try to go right here or just restart and wait for a Soldier.
Yeah, you don't, and that's what I said is the second point, it's kind of hard to know where they're going to come in, but a lot of different angles.
Oh, Pizza Boy just gets hooked and one-shot comboed from Hog. They walled to try to burn some time, but Genji's in the back line, just trying to kill that Mei. Yeah, the Mei ult gets 4, actually, but there's no one there to even, do anything. Oh, but Pizza Boy gets 3! One of each roll. And they can actually win this fight. They just need to group up, let them get a tick or two, and just recontest. Never mind. They just pop window and don't even let them get a single tick. And they get the Genji and get the Brig and probably get this Hog here any second. Yeah, and that's just a 1 team fight here for Lincoln East. No ticks allowed.
Gosh, Pizza Boy with the special delivery. Oh my word.
Yeah.
I can't believe how that was really well timed. It just got in there. It was at a crucial moment for him, too. That couldn't ask for a better Riptire there, honestly.
Yeah, Pizza Boy's Riptires, he's getting them insanely quick, and he's doing just a, great amount of damage, and kills. Every tire that he's done has gotten at least 2-3 people.
The only concern I have is this push was still very successful by Gretna the previous time they did it, so we'll see if they can get something again.
Get this right here. The hook of Fancy just took him out of commission. And they committed window and Hog ult. Fancy with another hook from the Hog to cancel that ult. And now it's just Pizza Boy against the world here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The last time they did push.
Oh, the
big
Shatter
down,
gets
though.
2. He get salty with the kill on Brig here. And the Mayo surrounding a point. It just looks like Lincoln East here could actually just turn this fight with only dropping 1 tick.
Still contesting. They will be able to find Pleb finally there.
Yeah, it looks like the respawns are coming back from Lincoln East. Gretna didn't really kill them quick enough to get the last or the second tick. But they still have 2.5 or 1.5 minutes, so it's plenty of time to just get their ults and refight and recontest.
Yeah, once again, the push on that side was still very, very successful, but some pretty good picks coming through.
It looks like, Brig's already dead. So I don't see why they would push this, but they might have to here with only 1 minute remaining. Looks like they're just trying to go down to main. Oh, Fancy gets hooked. That might be him dead. Never mind, he gets the health pack from underneath. And there's a junk tire running around as well. So we will see. Fancy with 2. Both tanks are dead.
Tanks.
Oh, but Pizza Boy and Apola just answered back with 2 of their own. It's a 4v4 right now. Could be anyone's team fight, but Gretna's backing up to just try to go for 1 more team fight to where both of their tanks are back, or the rest of their team is back, sorry.
Yeah, no, the picks from the tanks was huge there for Gretna, but the pick onto the, I think it was the support and the DPS, was just meant a little bit more because then they couldn't heal up. We'll see if this last push works.
Gretna with the rally beforehand, but it looks like that they just get the bad, but they also trade out with the soldier. Yeah. Aiden and Backstab just gets 2, and no one's just on the point. I would say that's a C9, but who knows if they would have won that or not.
Yeah, right. A really well done job on the first point by Lincoln to hold. Good job from Gretna. You know, it's always when you get held, it's like you have to reassess what you're going to do. They tried to move in on the left side twice. Didn't work, so they finally went, let's go right, find a pick. Found a good one in that May. And then, you know, moving on to the second point, they moved left side twice, and they were very successful both times. I was quite actually interested that they didn't try it a third time because they did continuously win the fight. But the huge rip tire was what really stopped it on that first attempt they had. They weren't able to go any further than that. So it's going to be interesting to see how Lincoln plays this. Obviously, their map choice, so they feel very confident in this map. It showed on that first point. So I'm really excited to see how they attempt to attack and do better than what Gretna was able to do on their first attempt.
Yeah. So it looks like that what is it? Lincoln East here just needs to get 2 ticks, or the first point and then 2 ticks on the second. Well, I guess 1.5 ticks.
It'll be like I think it's 1.5 ticks. So yeah, they'll have to get just about like 50% ish, and we'll see that when it comes. Or no, it's 46.8%. You can see it up there in the upper right corner.
You need to get like 1 or 0.1% more. So let's just call it basically 50%.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it just looks like this Widow is just gonna go uncontested on top here. Reaper TPs, but it doesn't look like it. Pleb just gets salty within the first 5 minutes of the team fight, or 5 seconds of the team fight, excuse me. And it just looks like they're gonna either have to fight a 5v6 or just regroup in that little room there and just wait for Salty to get back. And it looks like they're just trying to either buy time or just poke a little bit and try to see if something happens. Oh, they managed to hook Aiden. That could be a Ryan gone here, but the Sig just takes over the damage and lets Aiden walk away scot-free. Oh, there another hook, but it looks like just Aiden just puts up his shield again and backs up.
Those are good hooks, but it's such a meaty target. It's hard to then finish off that kill.
Yeah, Turn Up should have turned him and made it way more difficult for him to back up. But good hooks regardless. Oh yeah, hook the Ryan again for the 3rd time. The lamp comes out to save him, and Lenny gets 2, but Fancy gets 3 and just out DPS and killed.
In that entire fight, as you're kind of talking through it, I was looking at the kill feed. Pleb got 3 individual picks every time. So the very first pick was obviously Salty. Then he picked up, I believe,
another
Ice.
one.
He's got another one here.
Got Tire as well. Looks like he's trying to hunt for that Ana. Trying to dodge for the Ryan and gets Ana. Yeah.
Gets the Ana. But in that fight where they were in that corridor, he picked up 3 different kills and kind of forced Lincoln to not be able to push in on this first point easy.
I think both teams are just realizing if the other team has a junk on defense, you just don't go right side. It's just a death wish for the attacking team here. I mean, it happened with Lincoln East and it happened with Gretna. It's they should just respect the Junkrat and go to left, or go to the left, or go main. You can't fight the most damaging character in an enclosed space.
Especially with a Sigma Ryan
especially with a double shield.
Yeah.
If you're running double shield as well, your shields are just gonna break and your health is going to just deplenish way too much. Oh, but it looks like Hog here is just, or Turn Up, excuse me, is just fighting it. 47 HP, but lives because of his E. Hooks and kills Backslap. That's cold sentence down and just a kill.
But it's still a 3-for-1 in favor of Gretna after all of that chaos.
Yeah, it just looks like that Lincoln East is just gonna have to regroup and repush again. But with only a minute, they only have 2 pushes. So they just need to make these ones count and either save up ults or just use them now.
You got Pizza and Rar just trying to Widow snipe it out there.
Yeah. War is 1 HP, so something major could happen here. As well as kill this lone Cassie, excuse me, on the point. But War gets 2. That's a tank and a DPS down. with Sigma on the Widow. Yeah, but Lincoln East is returning to fire with the Boostio on the point, and just and Ice and Turnip are just killing everyone that tries to even touch the point. Yeah, and that's just that's a 2v5 right there. With like 15 seconds to go, Lincoln East is gonna get the respawns quicker because of the spawn on each. Yeah, and that's a team win. For Lincoln East with no time to spare.
They fought it out fairly well. It was a chaotic fight, but they didn't get, they didn't go down the path of letting Pleb just pick off their team one by one or get, just pop shot damage.
Pizza Boy gets Pleb.
Oh my gosh, Pizza Boy.
That's an insane pick. They need to push now. You do not have time to wait.
No,
Temple of Anubis has one of the quickest respawn times for the... Salty might try to high noon this. Dare to use window. He gets 2. Both supports down, plus the Sigma. Pleb responds with 2 of his own, but I don't think it's enough. Salty gets another one before he gets traded with War and Lenny. Pleb gets another one, but they might get at least a tick here. But never mind, the respawns of Gretna are just too much too soon.
Pleb with the 2. I mean, so you had a beautiful introduction. Pleb taken out. Then you have on the side of Lincoln East, they threw Salty on that nice flank high noon, and it looked like it really was going for him. The 2 kills from Pleb, just enough, and then he was able to 1v2 just long enough to let the rest of his team get back, and he stalled the point out. So
yeah,
it was very, very close.
Yeah, like I said, this map is completely winnable for Gretna. This is one of the hardest maps to get the second point on.
Yes.
So the reason why they have a 1 tick buffer here, but who knows if it'll even matter, because they just completely walled off both tanks, and there's nothing that the supports or DPS can do about it. They can't even, the hook against Demay can't even respond. Demay has just too much survivability to even matter. Ice just kills the Ryan. Pizza just kills the Bap. Pizza kills 2. Ice gets 2 as well. It's just game over. And then Beats to just secure the team fight for Lincoln East here. Yeah.
Yeah, huge push there. Can they get the last little bit?
Yeah. The charging Ryan just gets solo shattered. An ultimate art of BM here. Farah gets another. Ice gets another. Lenny gets another. It's just completely just team wiping Gretna here. And Lincoln East just responds with the win of their own on Temple.
Very
insane plays.
Very solid push on that second point. I mean, that's where Gretna had the difficulties, and even though Lincoln had a lot of difficulty on the first point, they found their the secret recipe on the second one.
Yeah, second point, no matter what team you're going up against, is really hard to even try to hold. Attack.
Yeah.
The respawns are just really quick, so you just have to completely team wipe them and just hold them at their spawns.
So a really good job here. We're 1-1 on our maps. Gretna took the first one. Lincoln's going to take the second. So we will go to a map 3 here.
Is this a sudden death?
How this one turns out, it will be, because it is a best of 3. So we're pumped. We're ready to go. We'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to, you asked for it. You asked for good Overwatch, then you're going to get it tonight, because we are on map 3 between Lincoln East and the Gretna Goons. We will find the Gretna Goons being on defense here on Rialto. Yeah, Rialto. For some reason, I was like, why do I not want to say Rialto? I know this is Rialto, but I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways.
Too many maps.
Yeah, so many maps, but not really that many maps. I don't know. I am back. I am Coach Ryan Hines here at Concordia University. I'm joined by Sometime, and we are casting this awesome game that we have seen so far between these two teams.
Not even the finals.
Oh no, this isn't even the final. Yeah, you're right. This is just the semis to get there, and both teams have been playing their absolute hearts out.
Yeah, it looks like the Fire Mercy is gonna have a hard time dealing with the Bap, Hanzo, and Soldier.
Yeah,
If I
that's a
was them,
lot.
I would switch immediately. There's no reason to go double projectile against a Pharah, or a Mercy Soldier that's getting, or that soldier's that's gonna get pocketed the entire game. But it looks like they're just gonna run with it. So hopefully they can try to figure something out with the Doomfist and tanks and everything else. They never mind. They catch the pleb off, but they also, as I said, get the Pharah, but they res it. Never mind. Yeah, Soldier just firing bullets after bullets into everyone that's near his, near Soldier's crosshair. Yeah, Hanzo getting the Doom again. Yeah, Ryan just getting hooked and stunned and hammered in the front line here. Hopefully the D.Va can help him deal with all this damage, which I assume Fancy's doing. Yeah, getting D-Max.
My goodness, Lincoln East just kind of pressing W at the moment. Gretna hasn't been able to find something, and that's not gonna be good.
Big shatter. Got both Ryan and I believe Mercy. Yeah, Lenny just swinging his hammer all around the point, knocking everyone of Gretna all over. Yeah, they might just leave Fancy here as the mini D.Va.
Yeah, bully the baby D.Va. That just that feels bad all the time. So it'll be a long spawn for him. And wow, I mean, just holding forward, it was a little bit of a hiccup at that first choke point, but after a couple picks, it was really just Lincoln kind of walking forward.
Yeah, I think the bar is going to be even better here. The amount the amount of buildings and just stuff in the way of all the hit scan players is just a lot. Yeah, Pizza Boy just gets traded with the Soldier. Yeah, then Golden killing the Pharah, and Mercy gets the res. That's just DPS diff right there.
Oh my
Fancy
gosh.
with two. Both the Mercy and the Hog are dead. Pleb killing Lenny, and Dino killing Ice. That's just a team wipe there for Gretna.
Yeah, very, very well done. Gretna able to hold after what was seeming like kind of a non-stop push out of Lincoln. They get around to the second side, a little of an overextend. Salty not quite in a position kind of to put down, you know, a ton of damage, and they just sort of take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're dropping ults now. Lincoln East here has the ult advantage by far. Actually, never mind, they don't. They don't. Actually, it's even, actually. Yeah, but it looks like they're just trying to fight for this high ground. Golden Dynamite gives him, but he dragons a corner. Big brain play off of Golden, gets the Lucio. They have no speed boost now. And it looks like they're just all falling. Never mind.
Couple trades back. It's just back and forth trades.
It's just back and forth trades. It looks like that Lincoln East here has advantage. They don't have 3 ults. I mean, I guess so does Gretna, but they're just getting pushed back by the Rhine. That there's nothing they can do.
Both teams, I mean, they came around the corner, and yeah, you were saying like, oh look, Gretna, they're just pulling it out, but then suddenly 2 picks come through, and it's right back even, right back into Lincoln having an opportunity.
Warren might pop visor here.
Pops visor, but there's just meters before that point reaches the next checkpoint.
Yeah, Turnup got 2, and everyone else on East also got people by themselves. It's just a team wipe again. The momentum here that East is creating is just it could be too much for them to handle if they don't stop it now with the 4 ults that they now have, because Ryan's at basically
yeah.
Basically.
And this point here on Rialto is definitely a defender advantage. You almost have to get a team kill once you push the point up to this second little corner.
Yeah, Fancy got 2. Turnip and Ice just instantly dead. Backslap also gets Doom off of that. Pleb gets Lenny, and that's his team wipe. Pharah Mercy should be backing up now and regrouping. Oh, never mind. Soldier got the Pharah, and Mercy just has to run for her life.
Yeah, so in that whole thing, you know, Pleb ultimate on the Reinhardt used. I think maybe Fancy, of course, using that one as well. So a couple, you know, good just 2 ults getting used there by the goons. That's going to keep them, looking decent in the ult economy for this next fight.
Yeah, they're about even right now in terms of ult economy. They both have 2 ults. The rest of the team members are also like getting there. But Soldier's popping a visor, gets fisted right into a wall. Pizza Boy just shutting down Wolf. Yeah, Turnup also killing the BAP. The res doesn't even matter. Salty killing everyone else. Ice killing Pleb. War answers with this the killing the Pharah, but it doesn't even matter. Pizza Boy is just killing everyone. Lenny also kills people. Ice also killing people. It's just a complete team wipe off the side of Lincoln East here. And
yeah,
I don't even know if they can touch.
Yeah, this is about perfect scenario for this point. They might be able to get the touch here at the very end.
Yeah, it looks like they beat the looks like Window came out on the side of Gretna, and East dropped the beat.
Oh my
another 3
gosh!
Full support's dead, plus Lenny. It looks like Gretna wins this team fight. Without question.
My gosh, Fancy just dropping an absolute diva nuke.
Completely shutting down all the momentum that Lincoln East had.
I know, and that's huge. That's a big turn there. I mean, Lincoln still has an opportunity here, but ultimates on both sides are not going to be there. It's going to come down to skill here.
No, Turnup pretty much has his ult. The entire Gretna team barely doesn't even have any ults. Like, the closest you have is Soldier, but even then you still need 30%. They're just going to have to, like, poke at each other until someone manages to get an ult. Or kills Fancy with the hog kill. Or Turnup with the hog kill, excuse me. And just Turnup just pushing everyone back with the whole hog. I don't know what the Gretna Dragons here can do. Lincoln East just wiping them. With Ice just speeding towards them and Lenny swinging his hammer. There's not much they could have done there.
Now, a very good showing there on that 3rd point, but Gretna was able to get them down to 51 seconds remaining. So they had a really good hold, especially on that 2nd point. Able to hold them there well, able to get a really good team kill on the last second defense with Fancy's ultimate. So they did have a really good defense all across. 51 seconds is not a ton of time. I mean, Lincoln kind of just had the momentum there at the end, so it was just inevitable they would get the 3rd point. But very well done on Gretna. They have given themselves pretty decent breathing room for their attack here.
Yeah, 51 seconds is plenty of time, but it's also not too much to where it's completely hopeless.
Right.
It's right under a minute. All they have to do is cap, and they can get more time, even in OT. It's under a minute. Composition-wise, it looks like they're just trying to it looks like Gretna here is trying to run double shield in the hope that they run Pharah, but double hit scan, excuse me, in the hopes that they run Pharah. But it just looks like they're just gonna Salty's just gonna continue on that Junkrat, and Pizza Boy on that Soldier. But yeah, both tank compositions here are honestly kind of weird. Trying to run a Ryan and a Hog against a Ryan and a Diva might be it's gonna be a pretty weird just tank I guess poking within each team.
Yeah, there's been a lot of success though, finding that hook. But it does get a little bit harder, I think, when you're on defense. When you're on attack, it's kind of, you get the hook, that means you get a good push forward.
Oh, yeah, Golden just killing Salty within, like, the first, not even the first team fight, but the prerequisite to that team fight. Backstab also killing Ice, Dino killing Pizza. I think they're just going to get ran over here by Gretna.
Yeah, once again, Gretna just pushing. Oh my gosh, just pushing forward.
Running towards them.
You about had the cheeky hog.
Almost got fancy.
Almost got fancy.
Yeah.
But the just went for a nice gondola ride. That's all. He just kind of went, oh yeah, this is a nice place to just hang out for a while.
Might be pretty peaceful. You never know.
Yeah, I know. More peaceful than the chaos that Goldino is raining down upon the Lincoln team here.
Yeah. Yeah, Hog kind of... Actually, no, never mind. He's not over pushing because the rest of his team is there with him.
Goldino got the boop.
Yeah, Pleb here might be dead. He charged in. Yeah, and it looks like it's about even right now in terms of people. But Golden Dino might, like, be in serious trouble. Never mind, he gets 2!
Gold Dino is just massacring. It's ridiculous.
Kree's one here, or sorry, Cassidy's one here. He could get Kree as
Yeah, easily.
Cassidy.
Yeah, Cassidy.
Oh
you know what? When they change a character mid-season on you, I understand. It's just like, all right, what do we do here?
Yeah, it's rough out here.
But no one could answer Gold Dino. He literally just sat up there in the air and just rained down hellfire on him. They weren't able to shut him down, weren't able to kill him. He was able to get picks in the back, picks in the front. The Aboop immediately on to, it was on to, was it, oh, sorry. There's a fight. I'll let you talk here.
All good, all good. Looks like the tanks are here trying to get this high ground. Whereas, on Gretna, they're just trying to push down main. And just, oh, he almost got the charge here. But it just looks like that, Lincoln East here is just shredding Gretna. And they're even, both are using Cole Ascendants right now to try to balance each other out. But, yeah, it's just, yeah, Lincoln East here is just shredding them. Not much that can be done.
Yeah, no, good turn there. They were able to get, the pick onto the Mercy, who was, of course, supporting the Pharah, so a big part of what Gretna's trying to run. Earlier, I was saying Turnip got booped off the map into the water by Gold Dino, so it was like, that was a huge pick early, and then he just rained fire down on the rest, so, Gretna, really good push, strong so far. They've got the advantage. They're recouping now and going to go back into this fight. Just be looking for the finish.
Yeah. Ult economy-wise, they're exactly the same. It's going to come down to individual skill here. Yeah, Gold Dino and Roar killed 2. Pizza Boy answers back with a kill of his own, but who knows if it's going to be enough. Yeah, Diva's just trying to push. Yeah, Gold Dino, Roar Boy, kill 2 more kills off of the, yeah, just kills of them. Turnip is the only one alive, and he's just going to get killed by the rest of them. Almost got a kill in Golden, but Diva just ate up that, pellets from Og.
It's the picks by this Pharah that is just making it hard. They're turning it back on him every now and again, but
Fancy might be a little bit in too far, but they still got the point, so no harm, no foul, I guess. Made insane amount of space for the no recontest.
Yeah, absolutely. Sort of forcing a Lincoln to have to maybe even. They didn't force out any ultimates, I don't think, but that could have been a dangerous situation where they force out ultimates early from Lincoln East just because they're fighting, like, halfway on through the next point.
Yeah, it just looks like both teams are just trying to get 6 ults as fast as they can and then just dump them into the one fight that matters. And yeah, Golden Dino just trades out with the Rhine here, and both teams are just dropping all their ults. Yeah, Fancy with the bomb here. Could get 2. He gets both supports.
Both supports. Oh
my
kills
gosh. Pizza. Now, what is it? Gretna here has advantage. They have almost 4 ults. And whereas Lincoln East here only has 2. Lincoln East here is gonna have to have some sort of a miracle team to win this. The sheer amount of ults on the Gretna's team is just too much for them to handle.
Now it is close quarters. This Pharah gets picked off.
Oh! The hook onto Golden! Insane hook. They use Transcendence as well, but I don't even know if it's, like, enough.
It'll hold him off for now,
minutes,
I think.
But...
Yeah, it'll hold him off for now. I was about to say the close quarters is going to not be fantastic for this Pharah, and as I said it, he literally got hooked, so I was like, all right, well, yeah, that works, but let's see what happens in this fight here.
Yeah, it just looks like the tanks are just trying to get as much ult as they can possible, so they can have the most, like, or the fight-changing ultimate.
I think we're looking for another really big ult from Fancy. He's working on trying to get it charged up, but he has been the turner in a couple of these really big fights. Obviously, in a close quarters area like this next fight, you can find that 4K. You can even find a 3.
Yeah, they res it, but it doesn't matter. Salty kills the Rhine. Yeah, it just looks like they're just going to keep on repetitively getting pushed back. And as Salty gets another one and Apollo kills War, it's just team fight over, restart. GG, go next.
Oh, man, that pick on the Mercy there at the very end helps to delay a little bit longer. And Pizza
Boy gets Dino.
At this point, you have to just play safe. You want to try and get another push. I know you want to try to get some picks, but trying to peek that's going to be hard against Pizza Boy, especially.
Yeah, even Golden acknowledges the good shot.
Yeah, I saw that in chat.
Too.
Yeah.
That was an insane like tracking of Golden there from Pizza Boy.
All right, we gotta watch Fancy on this one.
Yeah, he's going to bomb here. Yeah, I think they're trying to grab or all the ults are coming out.
Oh, that was a mistake, but
unfortunate. Fancy gets 3, both supports and the Rhine down. Pizza Boy cleaning up, and Turnip just killing the Cassidy as well.
the misstep from Fancy and then the huge Riptire. My goodness.
Yeah. No one saw Salty behind them. I think behind. Yeah.
Yeah, he was behind. He was up in the little like fancy windows there on the left side. So easy flank on that tire.
Yeah, and it just looks like that Gretna here has the advantage. They have 2 ults compared to the one from Lincoln East. Yeah.
We'll just have to see if they can get the picks though, because now they're starting to push a little more pressure.
Oh,
good pick.
Salty goes down. Golden Dino kills him. High Noon, flank High Noon. Might get someone. At least damages the shield. Backs up. Lets his team push.
Lenny's low.
Fancy gets ice. And then Mercy pops the ult. And then now it's just a team fight on the payload.
Lenny's
with
down.
Lord killing Lenny again. Diva Bomb coming out. Might kill someone. Fancy gets Pizza Boy. Conscendent's coming out. Mercy almost got the res, but I don't even think it matters. The amount of ults and people on the point is just letting Gretna win this team fight, and they got it with in overtime.
Yeah, wow. My goodness, what a great job there. Lincoln East kind of got rolled through the first point. Semi-rolled through the second point, but they held strong, stopped Gretna in their tracks, and Gretna kind of just lost their momentum in the third point, but were able to get it back, able to kind of get their grip and finish it with, obviously no time left, but that still is finishing, and you go into overtime feeling good because you got the final push down.
Both time banks, are very doable. Like
it's just like the game kind of started over again with this. No one has a massive advantage except for maybe a defending advantage here, but Gretna pushed very, very well.
Yeah, both like attacking and defense wise, both teams are doing insanely well right now. But like I said, like they might have to worry about that fall, especially on this and second point, or well, this and like the first I guess the second point of this like map, because Farah can just hide behind these buildings and just rain the rockets upon the soldier, which is the only person that can even like attempt to kill her.
So
we're gonna have to see.
I mean, I'm thinking advantage Gretna on the first 2 points. I just kind of feel like that's what it is. I mean, we've seen the power of this Farah, but she didn't have it, obviously, in the closer points. So I'm really excited to see this, because it's going to be up to Lincoln to shut it down, and up to Gretna to status quo. Push hard, get the picks with Farah, and move in.
Yeah, I think like Lincoln East here has the better comp, because they have a Lucio they can just run into Gretna in. Like, if you just amp speed into the other tanks, you just win that tank diff, right? But the only problem is like what Gretna is doing right now is they're just all attacking from separate angles, which is making it really hard for insane hook from Turnip, completely shuts down Dino. I stand corrected. Soldier is not the only one that can kill them. Gets another hook, but it's just too much damage on the side of Gretna, just completely shutting down Lincoln East.
No, Fancy had the hook early on ice there, and I kind of thought that, wow, all right, that's gonna turn Gretna on. They're just going in, but the massive hook out of Turnip really helped. However, the return hook taking him out, the rest of the tanks were kind of left high and dry because the Lucio wasn't quite back yet. It really did kind of help that fight out, but in the end, Gretna turns up with the advantage.
Yeah, Gretna here is gonna have to stay on cart. They cannot like force team fights.
Oh yeah.
They just kind of have to just sit there and wait for the high ground push, right? Never mind, they just get booped off. They're just gonna all fight on low ground unless they the tanks, which they're doing now, get back to that high ground. Yeah, it looks like Golden here might do something, but gets trapped by Salty and just get a bomb to the face. This junk tire could be massive.
Man,
Hits Mercy,
big.
and they just get off of the point.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's hard to stay on the point when so
Yeah.
much action's coming down on top of you. The pick onto Golden Dino was big. That basically
Yeah.
they just went, oh, there goes their damage. Let's move in. Pop the ultimate from your soldier. Pop the ultimate from your Rip Tire, and just go. Push them
Yeah.
off point. It's overtime. It's gonna end quick, and so that was perfect.
Yeah, that junk plays was great. He got the Pharah and the Mercy. That's just team fight over. If you lose your Pharah Mercy in the first like 5-10 seconds of a team fight, you just lose. That's a majority of your damage, a majority of your space making, and just a majority of your team.
So now it's time to see if Gretna. I mean, that's a good push. They got it through the first checkpoint.
That's a
held
great
it
push.
on that long extended overtime. Here is the chance for Lincoln East to finish it off. They've got more time, 51 seconds of more time, which should get them, pretty quickly through the first point and a good way through the second. So the overtime, burn down is not going to be as harsh for them if a big fight breaks out at the very end of this push. So if Gretna can hold at this first point better than what Lincoln East did, that would give them the biggest advantage. But it's gonna be anybody's game right now. This is so hype.
Yeah, I think composition-wise, Gretna's has a slight advantage because they actually have a win condition. They just get Grab Dragon and just 6-man.
That's true.
Just 6-man because they don't have a BAP. The only thing they have to contest that is beat drop from Ice. But who knows if he will get that in time or not.
Oh man, Salty got so low on that.
Warbear is just shredding everyone else. Fancy just killing Pizza. That's a 5v6 already. It looks like they should be backing up here, but yeah, never mind. Turnup gets the response kill, but Fancy kills Turnup in response to that. Yeah, backstab kills Ice, and it looks like that's his GG.
They're gonna move in.
Yeah, they're pushing in, and it looks like that's his team fight over. With Pharah Mercy just heading back to regroup and 1 or 2 more fights. Probably 1, because there's only 40 seconds by the time they all get there.
It's honestly going to be 1. If Lincoln's able to win the fight, then they keep pushing the payload through the first checkpoint, but they burn up the 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Gretna has evened the playing field, giving them an opportunity here to, try and win one more team fight.
Yeah, all Gretna has to do here is get Grab Drag. If they can get Grab Drag, they win. There is no question about that. The only real question is if they can do it with Ice without getting the thing. But Pleb gets 2. Both Pharah and Mercy are both dead. Fancy pops his ult, gets Pizza Boy, and I think gets the other Hog here eventually. Never mind, Turnup kills him.
Turnup gets the turnaround. And
Yeah,
he has
turnaround.
his whole hog to push him off.
Yeah, but he's alone against 5, so
Oh,
Warburg
man.
cleans up, and they res Fancy, and I probably,
And that's going to be it.
That's
Oh
GG.
my gosh, a beautiful game between
Beautiful
these two
game.
teams. Gretna Goons able to win 2 team fights there at the end to finish it off. Obviously this is play of the game. I mean, this is just too dang good.
Fancy's sense must be in the hundreds.
Just 150 IQ to 200 at least. That range is sitting pretty good. So, Gretna Goons move on. They will be going up against Westside in the finals. And we will come back to you with the next game between Lincoln East and South Sioux City as they will be battling out for 3rd place. We'll be right back.